Now, chapter 25, he takes us into Malachi 4, the last chapter. And this is one of those other passages that is included in all 4 standard works. Verse 5 and 6. You'll notice here, verse 5, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. The Jewish tradition, the rabbinical tradition among Jewish people is that before the Lord, the Messiah will come, that Elijah will come to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the children to the fathers. That's why every Passover Seder service that they have, they leave a plate at the table that's set with food and a chair that's empty, ready for Elijah, and at a certain point they send people to the door to open the door to see if Elijah's there, because they believe that Elijah will come on Passover. That's rabbinical tradition among them. And it's been that way for millennia. Here's the interesting thing. On April 3rd, 1836, in the Kirtland Temple, Elijah did come, and he did bring keys and give them to Joseph Smith and Sidney Rigdon. At the dedication of the Kirtland Temple, you had all of these heavenly ministrations and these keys being passed. Guess what the calendar would have shown you on April 3rd, 1836, if you flipped and looked at a Gregorian calendar? Guess what event was also taking place on April 3rd that year? Yep, it was the first full moon after the spring equinox that year, which is Passover. Elijah did come on Passover, and he did bring keys. What are the keys? Look at verse 6. He shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Brothers and sisters, if you look carefully at this, he says, I'm going to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers. Here's the question. Where are you in verse 6? Our knee-jerk response, the younger we are when we read this, is to see ourselves here. And it's all about genealogy. It's all about family history work. It's all about looking to the past, to our fathers, and doing temple work for them and providing means whereby they can find salvation through the atonement of Christ. The older you get, the more you realize, oh, wait, this goes both directions. He's also turning the hearts of the fathers to their posterity, to their children. Just throwing this out here. Sometimes we get so excited about family history work that if we're not careful, we can overlook family present work. Those living children of God who are with us right here, right now. Sometimes we can overlook them because we're so excited about what happened before. And I would just throw out here that one of the amazing things about the gospel of Jesus Christ is its ability to give us this eternal perspective that also included in these keys, binding of the generations, is this notion of family future work, so to speak. So here you are as an individual, and you find yourself at this pivot point between, here we are in the present, between the past and the future, and we're one link in that chain. And we understand that there are people who, for a variety of reasons, don't get the opportunity to be literally biological parents or to adopt children in this life or to get married. God knows all things, and He'll provide means whereby nobody will be denied eternal blessings in this family sense eternally if they keep the covenant now. For some of you out there watching, that's part of your test of mortality, is how to move forward without this kind of a scenario. Now let's go back to this example. A husband and a wife, there are family history obligations, there are family present obligations, but there are also family future blessings and promises that are given. And I love the fact that Jesus, we learn in the New Testament that Jesus did all these things for our sake. Well, brothers and sisters, if I stop living my life just for me, but I start turning in all directions, I turn to my family history and I try to learn their stories and learn from them, as I try to engage more fully with the family that I have right now around me, and as I think through, wait a minute, things that I do today could actually have an effect on my posterity down the road. There's power in that. The spirit of Elijah doesn't just permeate family history work, which it does. And some of you have experienced that, where it gets a hold of you and it won't let go. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful. But I think it also has the power to help us see ourselves in this perspective of future posterity, and things that I do today can actually have a positive benefit on them down the road. And so I love that Christ is allowing us to see this final two verses of the Old Testament in this context with the Nephites and Lamanites, saying, if Elijah doesn't come and bring those keys, the whole earth is utterly wasted. We've totally wasted all of our time. But Elijah did come, and he did bring those keys, and we're not wasting our time. And God is gathering the elect out of the four corners of the earth. And he is inviting and encouraging all of us to return unto him.